Hey everybody, Koricon here, and this is my review of Baaghi 2, directed by Ahmed Khan and starring Tiger Shroff as Ronnie and Disha Patani as Neha. My expectations going into this movie is that it would be a fun action film with some good action, and the story would be like a side thing to just help the action along. And I got the opposite. The action wasn't very good, and the story actually was more interesting to me. The story with Neha and what was going on with her and her daughter seemed more interesting to me. I wanted to find out what was going on with them. It was more of an intriguing storyline. Now, I've seen stories like that before, but what's good about those kinds of stories is that you don't really know where they're going to go with it. You really could go many different directions. It's up to the writers, really, and they kind of went a bit straight with it, but there was still some cool twists and turns in the storyline, even though I have heard that it was, maybe a copy from another movie or taken from that, and I could see a lot of things that were probably taken from other films. Like near the end, there really was a section that was very reminiscent of First Blood, which is Rambo's first movie, where the captain or the colonel or the superior officer is holding John Rambo, and John Rambo is talking about war and all of this stuff, his PTSD. And they kind of had a scene just like that in this movie. Little different, but same kind of thing. And it really did feel like, a promotion for doing a Rambo film. However, the action scenes and the fight scenes were very poorly filmed. They were very bad. There were a lot of sequences I could see where the editing just didn't work, or they filmed it at different angles, and so when you edit it together, it didn't look right. One of the things that popped in my head was there was a scene where he's on top of a bus, and he does a side flip onto a car. And they show him on the bus with the camera going this way. He does the jump, and all of a sudden the camera's looking up at him so that you don't see anything below because he's just jumping onto a mat. And then the camera comes down like this, and you see him land on the car. And so it looked really weird that all three edits for that one sequence were in different camera angles, and it was very obvious that they cut that all together. There were also scenes like when they were doing a fight scene with near the end, he had these two rifles with bayonets on them, and he was beating up the guys and stabbing them. But he had one where he's stabbing a guy in the front and the back at the same time. And the guy that he stabs in the back, it goes right past his side, and you see the guy actually put his arm around it to pretend like he got stabbed. And it's something that you would see kids do when they're just playing with each other. They didn't even try to cut around it. They left it in, and it was very noticeable. A lot of the fight scenes were cut up with a lot of edits. They were editing around a lot of bad fighting, and a lot of it just wasn't filmed well. And then it became boring because of that. And so near the end where they had the big final action sequence, I was bored and just waiting for them to find out what happened to the girl. That's the whole time I was thinking about that is, ooh, what happened with the girl? And so I was just waiting for the action scene to be over so I could get that part of the story. So overall, the action was the main reason to go see the movie. Look at the posters, very action oriented. But the action and the fight scenes were very badly done. The acting was okay. Disha Patani, she actually did a good job with her character. Tiger Shroff was on and off. There were some moments that I thought he did a good job and other moments not. The song and dance numbers, for the most part, fit in the film. They were a part of the storyline, which I did enjoy. There wasn't too much distraction. There was one song that felt like it wasn't really a part of the movie, but I guess I didn't really mind at that point. Overall, just bad action, and that was the reason to go. So I'm gonna give this movie a D. But what did you think about it? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. I was pretty disappointed. I thought there would be some decent action in there, and there really wasn't anything. I mean, some of the explosions were even CGI. There were others that were practical, but for the most part, none of it really struck a chord with me at all. So I'm pretty disappointed. I was hoping for more. Maybe Tiger will be able to do a better movie on his next one. I don't blame him for it. You know, it's really the filmmakers that just didn't film it right and didn't edit good. So they should have more practice in the beginning with longer edits and camera angles that make sense for those edits. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends. And I will see you on the next video. Quick promotion, everybody. I'm having fun using the Stardust app, which allows you to make up to a 30-second reaction to movies and TV shows, and I'd love to see your reactions and put them in my videos. If you're interested in that, download the Stardust app. I've got a link to it in the description below, and make sure to follow Koricon. And whenever you make a reaction, make sure that you tag Koricon so that I get notified and can see it. Whenever I make a reaction video or a movie review and I see your video, I will take clips from it and put them in my video. If you're a YouTuber, make sure to put your YouTube channel name on your reaction if you want free promotion. And if you're a fan of my channel and just want to be in there, great. So tag me on your reactions.